I got stars all around me. Jalen Rose, Monster Mash, Coach Bruce Pearl, Adam Lefkoe here. And sometimes when you get UConn, you want Dan Hurley a little bit perturbed. We are going to get that tonight because on Friday, UConn's 18-game winning streak came to an end at the hands of Rick Pitino and the Johnnies. It was hustle. Coach Hurley said after the game that we just got outmanned and out-toughed. That 18-game winning streak came to a close, and suddenly maybe there's an opening for St. John's to claim the Big East title. Taking a look at the standings right now, we still have UConn at the top, 22-2, 12-1 in conference. But now that tiebreaker is owned by St. John's, and those two teams will face off again soon. But what has it been like recently? You can tell by Dan Hurley's press conference yesterday, it's been tough.
When you get your ass kicked like that, there's got to be a response. There's got to be some type of a championship response. But where's that got to come from? That's got to come from your leading players. We always got those responses from Cam Spencer and Donovan Clingan, and any adversity in season from championship level players and teams, they respond. You want everyone to hurt. You want everyone to feel some level of, I don't want to ever feel like this again. That's part of why teams win championships, is because the players and the coaches collectively, they hate losing to the point where they never want to feel like that. So they give the extraordinary efforts so that you can win championships.
Before we comment on set, I want to bring in Jared Greenberg, who has covered so many UConn games that he knows Coach Hurley well. Jared, joining us from Hinkle Fieldhouse. What is the energy around this program right now?
Well, he talked about the championship response. And when I spoke to Danny this morning, he harkened back to their most recent championship team, not comparing this team to 2024, but the expectations around this group is that they could reach that same level. You go back 2 years ago, late February, this UConn team made a trip to Creighton, and they got boat raced by 19 points. There was that championship response. He is not necessarily saying that will happen, although Coach Hurley is hopeful that it will. He said he won't know until tonight what the reaction and response will be, but I can tell you over the last couple of days, Coach Hurley said the range of emotion has gone from sad to mad to guys trying to get over the flu, as so many are around the country this time of the year. But he also said he's sure there's some players who woke up Saturday morning in their beds in stores and totally forgot about Friday night. But over the last couple of days, practices have been hard. I can't say they've been any harder than normal, because if you've watched this team practice on a regular basis, I'm not sure there's a team that competes harder during practice throughout the season than UConn. But there have been very difficult video sessions, including one that Dan Hurley had directly with Silas Demery, where he showed him all 9 of the turnovers that he had against St. John's. It's almost as if some of the mistakes that they were able to get over and get past throughout the course of the season built to a crescendo, and it could be a major teaching moment. The rebounding, the turnovers, the missing free throws, things that happened throughout the course of the season, not at a high level, but really reared their ugly head Friday night. They hope they can start to get rectified tonight against the Butler team, who will be shorthanded. They will be missing their second starter this season. Xavier Robinson, the most highly decorated recruit Butler's ever gotten, is going to be out for the season with a wrist injury. He's the second different starting point guard that's been ruled out for the year. Jalen Jackson also an ankle injury. Coach Hurley spoke to his team last night, guys, about how special it is to play in this building. Talked about the success they've had in this building. Said the lights are bright, loves the history as they try and improve to 13-0 all-time UConn against Butler. Guys?
Jared Greenberg, you are the man. Thank you for the insight, especially that note about Silas Demery Jr. watching the video. Silas Demery Jr. talked to reporters yesterday, I believe, and he said it was a wake-up call and accountability is the key.
Yeah.
Coach, I actually think you were saying earlier this could be great for UConn.
I think it's a good thing. I really do. Did they lose a seed line? Have they lost the Big East championship yet?
No.
St. John's got to come in. And I think what Coach Hurley's asking now is a question, what kind of experience do you want to have as a UConn basketball player? What kind of history do you want to make? And how far are you willing to go? And he's going to find out here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, if it was a good loss for UConn, it was an excellent loss for Arizona and my Wildcats.
Oh, here we go.
But with that being said, when I look at the Big East, I break it down to like AAU basketball. There's the platinum division, there's the gold division, there's the silver, and then there's the copper and bronze. St. John's and UConn are in the platinum division. Villanova seems to teeter between being in the gold division and platinum division, but the class of the Big East is UConn. They are really just improving their game as they go through Butler. They really just have to stay on task and get back to their principles of why they are good and why they are great and why they have the potential to win a national championships. That's toughness. That's physicality. They got to play without fouling. And in tonight's game, Butler shoots a lot of free throws. You don't want to put them on the line to keep them in the game. And then also as well, get it to the low post and Taurus Reed and play inside out and get back to that and have Caravan come off screens and knock down threes.
This is the time of year as conference tournament happens, NCAA tournaments begin. You're going to hear this term a lot. Guard play is going to get you to the Final Four and win championships. And uniquely for UConn, you mentioned Taurus Reed, who's been terrific as a big at the 5 spot. But uniquely, their 4s are better shooters, Mullins and Caravan, than their guards.
Correct.
So that makes our offense inverted a lot of times. Demery does a really good job of getting people the basketball. He leads the Big East in assists, but he takes a lot of chances. And that's why you end up with 9 turnovers. But solo ball has to shoot the basketball with more efficiency. In particular, 29% from three-point range, that's just not going to get it done if they're going to win it all.
I think in terms of three-point range, I start thinking about Mullins and the homecoming. Went to Greenfield Central, about 30 minutes away. He had 50 or 60 family members go to the Xavier game when UConn played. This is even closer. He's expecting more there tonight. This is an All-American that I believe everyone on this desk thinks could be a lottery pick in the NBA with his size and his shooting ability. Coach, I hear angry team homecoming. Why do I think Braylon Mullins could have 40 points tonight?
Because he looks like Jimmy Chitwood. Like I'm
At Hinkle.
Where is
Hoosiers?
Across his chest, you know? No, this is a special, special homecoming. Hinkle is a very, very special place. I think the Bulldogs are going to bring some energy, though. I do.
So.
I think they're going to get out, get after him, not let him knock down some threes. I think Butler's going to give him a shot. I don't think Butler's going to beat him, but I think Butler's going to be in this game the whole time.
You know, I said it yesterday. I think they'll beat him by 15 points, but I really like Braylon Mullins' game. In that first half of the St. John's game, he was getting three-point shots off the dribble, can get to any spot on the floor in the mid-range, can finish at the rim. I think he's a talented player. In my opinion, he is a lottery pick, but I would like to see him come back to school and develop his body a little bit more, because I think it will serve him well for his professional career. But for a UConn team that can get a guy that can get this shot off the dribble and actually break the offense, to me, that helps you advance in the NCAA tournament.
And when you at a program like UConn with the NIL, you don't have to rush to the league.
Correct. Yeah.
And that's why we're seeing so many freshmen flourish this year, because they didn't have to rush overseas or rush to the G League. They can go to college and get developed. So I definitely agree with you on that.
Braylon Mullins, the first Mr. Indiana to go to UConn. Mr. Indiana last year, Flory Badunga. We're seeing him having a big year at Kansas. Mr. Indiana in 1991. Glenn Big Dog Robinson.
That's one of my all-time tough covers and mostly underrated basketball player that nobody talks about. Glenn Robinson, Milwaukee Bucks.
That's my guy.
Mr. Indiana 1956. Oscar Roberts.
Ooh, that's another one.
1983. Steve Alford. Okay, I can keep talking about that.